All right, everyone. So I want to give you guys some of my thoughts on this whole election circus. It is a circus. The election has not been concluded yet. The outcome of this election has not been established. A president has yet to be declared. A presidential winner has yet to be declared. The situation could end up being like what we saw in the year 2000. That was a long, long time ago. But we could end up with a Bush versus Gore situation where a recount keeps being pushed for, and then the election won't end until December. That's what happened in the year 2000 with Bush versus Gore. The Trump camp is already calling for a recount in Wisconsin, and there's a lot of talk about voter fraud and cheating. And, well, we'll see. Time will tell if these accusations are true, and time will tell if a recount is going to help Trump. But nonetheless, this election is not over yet, and Trump could be declared as the winner. But the Trump camp has been talking about how, in certain cases, the vote counting should have stopped at a certain point. And the Trump camp has said that in Arizona, the vote count should have continued and that it was stopped too soon because they said that that in the state of Arizona, 98% of the vote was counted. But now they're saying that that was a technical error and 86% of the vote was only counted in the Grand Canyon state. So who knows? Who knows what could happen? But that's not the reason why I'm doing this video. I'm doing this video to let you guys know that I have been very much so focused on this election. I've been spending the last 8 or so hours on this election. But I also want to say that I could have been wrong in my analysis. I was extremely confident that Trump was going to win, and he could win. He could win. But if it turns out that I was wrong, then I will admit it. I will not hesitate to admit that I was wrong, that I was overly confident. And one thing that I will and won't do is, well, I will rethink my analyzation formula, and I will not be making any more emphatic predictions. That is, if Trump does not win. If Trump wins, then we're going to be sailing on the same formula. But if he doesn't, then, well, I'm going to have to rethink my commentary and my analyzation process, and I'm going to have to really not be making any more emphatic predictions. It sucks. It sucks to be wrong. That's if I am wrong, but I will admit it. But at the end of the day, if Biden wins, we'll be okay. We will be okay, and all of the fools who voted for Biden will just act like they always do in every election. I voted for this guy, but he failed us, and la 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 la. And they're going to be talking like a bunch of hypocrites and brain dead idiots and sycophants. You see these people who say, well, I voted for Trump, but now I'm voting for Biden. And almost always these people are women voters who are a bunch of soccer moms, and they are nothing but a bunch of sycophants. Bottom line. But they are going to be complaining, as they always do, in the end. They are always going to be complaining. They're always going to be complaining. Bottom line. The people who complained about police brutality when Obama was president are still complaining about police brutality. And now they think, well, under Biden, it'll be different, right? It would be different under a Biden administration. But there's still going to be complaints about police brutality because when Obama was president, there were complaints about police brutality. That's what the whole Ferguson riots were about. So we will be laughing. As always, no matter what happens, we will be laughing because we are well-grounded. People who think, well, under Biden, it'll be better, right? Under Biden, it would be better because black people will be given more free and more free. I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's how these people talk. They are absolutely ridiculous. They say things like, well, I'm not for a world where black people get shot just for existing. They get shot by the police. And they've been making these arguments for years. They've been making these arguments since forever. And they're going to continue to be making these arguments because they're never going to be happy, because their entire perspective is a delusion. This delusion that black people get shot just for existing, and under Biden, that would be it would be so much better under Biden. It's like, well, no, you're living a delusion. But even if Biden wins, how much is really going to change? It's going to lower the morale of a lot of the country, that's for sure. If Biden wins, you will be seeing the right wing energizing their base, just as they did when Obama was president. You're going to be seeing all the right wing YouTube personalities getting bigger and more popular. You're going to be seeing that. That's obvious because that's what happened when Obama was president. If Biden wins, also and the reason why I say this is because this is what we saw when Obama was president. We are going to be, will most likely be seeing the whole LGBT agenda getting more energized, and they will feel more empowered, because under Obama, that's what happened. Yeah. As far as foreign policy goes, I don't think much will change, because U.S. foreign policy doesn't really change all that much, regardless of who the president is. Under Bush, we saw the execution of Saddam. Under Obama, we saw the execution of Muammar Gaddafi and the destruction of Syria. Under Trump, we saw the unleashing of Turkey. So whoever becomes the president, foreign policy is still going to be destructive. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this so far. I'll keep you guys updated as this whole shit show transpires. So there we go. You guys just heard some theology. God bless.